Okay. So you are live. Chat is here.
Okay.
And we will go from there.
All right.
She's just getting going.
She's
Live now.
She's live. Yeah, she's live now, so you should be able to find that now, okay? All right.
I'm going to wait a few minutes, let people find us. Hello again, Sarah. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Bathroom's right there. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome. Welcome to A-1 Vacuum and Sewing Sew-Along this morning. Had a little rough start, but we're here now. I hope everyone is well. I hope you can hear me okay. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Margie. Kathy. Miss Boggle. Lila, Angela, Sarah, Terry, Jaylay. Good morning. Hello. Perfect. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Jane. Great. Okay. Well, we're going to do zippy bags. These are a few zippy bags that I've made and how I'm using them. This little one here I use for my hand sewing stuff. I just have all the stuff I use for hand sewing in case I have to hand sew, which is not my favorite thing, but sometimes we have to do it, right? So I have a little needle minders and stuff on here, and I just keep this kind of handy whenever I just grab it and go, and I have everything I need to hand sew something. This one, I think most of you have seen before. I have my child-proof here. I have my orange pop rulers in. And they just fit in there, just barely. So they're all in there. Oh, I think 6 of them. However many. Both sets are in here. And that's what I use for that one. And then this one I was practicing and I put a handle on it. I thought we would do that today. We'd put a handle on it. What do you think? You think we should put a handle on it? I think we should. I just used some extra material from the panel that was on the side that, I guess normally you would have just thrown away, but I keep it. I make tabs out of them, and because it's kind of stronger material than cotton. It's that I don't know what you call it. It's stronger, so I use it for tags and things like that. What do you think? Yeah, it's a good idea, huh? That way, whatever you put in there, you have a handle. Carry it around. So we'll start with the big one. Now, just in lieu of time, I did the cutting. I have the zipper. Now, how I did the cutting. The panel comes like this. And they're connected. The top, the bottom, our little top here, it's all connected. Around the sides, all the sides, I just did 1/4 of an inch around each bag. Just 1/4 of an inch from the little dash line we have there. I just cut 1/4 of an inch. Doesn't have to be 1/4 of an inch. It can be 1/8 of an inch. You just want it a little bit wider. You just want it a little bit beyond that dashed line that she has for you here. A little bit beyond there. And you'll understand why a little bit later. But it's you need a little bit of that white on each bag. And I just cut out my whole panel, just cut out all the bags. And then I separated where the zipper is. And this is the only time you really need a measurement. This one was kind of hard because there's really no line there. Can you see? There's like, I mean, it's like you had to guess. Most of them have, like this little one. Most of them have, where is it? Most of them have a line you can follow here. See where it's the red and the white meet? You just don't have that on this particular bag. It's the only one that you don't have it with, and it's where the zipper goes, right? Actually, we're gonna have it like that. I want homemade to be this way. So anyway, you want 1/4 of an inch between where the zipper is. You're not going to cut on that line that they have. You're just going to measure 1/4 inch from the edge of the pattern on the cotton on the panel, the little bag. Just 1/4 of an inch from the bag, from the pretty part, the pattern. You want 1/4 of an inch from there and 1/4 of an inch from here. Okay, and that's going to be important when we put on our zipper. And that's going to be the first thing we do is put on our zipper. Okay, and then we cut apart our top and bottom. We just cut a line there. Okay, just cut it apart. So we're going to set this back part aside. We're not going to do. Oh, and we have our batting and our lining, and you can use anything. The panel doesn't come with a lining, so just go grab something in your stash. I know we all have something in there we can use. I had this cute little pins. I got it here at A-1, and I just made my lining, all my linings out of that. And all I did was take my panel piece, and I cut like 1 inch or so bigger. I cut the batting and the lining 1 inch or more bigger. And that's just to compensate for all of the quilting we're going to do. You know, just like a regular quilt. We need a little bit around the edge, right? So we just cut it 1 inch or so bigger than our panel piece. And we did that with all 3 pieces. I did that with the top piece. I have my lining, my batting, and my panel piece. And I did that with the bottom top piece also. Just a little bit bigger all the way around. You know, don't have to be precise. If you have a piece of batting that's a little bit bigger, use it. Go through your mountain of batting. I know I have one. And my mountain of scraps, I call it Mount Scrapmore. Just gets bigger and bigger. Okay, how are we doing so far? Any questions? Wait a few minutes, 3 seconds. Hello and good morning. So our machine's going to be set up for sewing. We're not going to do any machine embroidery, so it's all sewing. The first foot I'm going to have on is my zipper foot, and this is the narrow one. I'm going to have this foot on there first. Put the zipper on. You can use any foot, but I like the zipper foot. If you don't have one, you can grab it here, of course. I'm going to be using probably this side. You can go either side on this one, which is really nice because in any other application you wouldn't have to like move your project around. You could just move the needle to the other side. We won't be doing that on this one, but that is a nice little feature of this zipper foot. So this is the one I'm going to be putting on. Canvas fat, yes, that's what it's called. Yes, canvas fat. It is, huh? Yeah. All right, so now we're going to start assembling. Well, we also have our tags. I didn't mention our tags. Our little tags. We should probably, well, we don't have to get those ready right now, I guess. We could get these ready first. We probably should. This is what I cut from the panel. This is like 4 inches by like 8.5. And your handle can be any size, but that's the same size I used. That's what I cut for this one. I thought it was a pretty good size, not too big. I didn't want it to be too wide. So this is 4.5 by like 8.5. 4 by 8.5. And that's so we'll do these first. Let's get these out of the way, right? Let's get these all prepped and ready to go. And then we'll work on our zippy bag. Because they don't take long. I'm just going to use the regular J foot to put those tags and handles together. And I got my iron heating up. So remember that's 4 by about 8.5, 4 by 8, 4 by 9. Yeah, the handle is really neat. It's so easy to do. Okay. Let's get our tags ready. So we're going to fold our tags. We have our little pretty little design there. We're going to fold that right side together. It's not so busy. Okay. Right side together. Because we're going to turn that right side out. We won't have any raw edges. Okay. Now to do our handles, every piece 4 by 8.5, I think it is. We're going to fold that in half. And this is just like making a strap. See what I'm doing? Yeah. Okay. And then we'll fold it towards the center. Our little center fold there. We're going to fold that there. And get that creased and good to go. We're going to fold the other side into the center. I'll flip it around. Other side into the center like so. little tiny gap in the middle so when you fold it over it doesn't get bulky. Okay. And then we fold it over. It's to stay. So I'm going to put some clips on here. Just to hold it so it doesn't open up and while I get the other ones ready. Do this one. This is, there's no right or wrong side, so I'm not worried about that. If I did have a right side, I would want that out. I would be doing wrong sides together. Okay, fold it towards the middle again. Ooh, that's hot. Fold this one towards the middle. Why am I always surprised when the iron is hot? There we go. There we go. And then we're going to fold it over. And give it a little press too. Just tell it where you want it to be. And then we'll put some clips on it. And then we're good to sew these up. Let's go over to the machine. They have a new setup in here. So, bear with me. I'm gonna try not to.
Well, then on the other side, she wants the other.
Let's see. Oh, there we go.
On the other side.
How's that? Is that a pretty good view? Oh, let me. There we go. Focus. We focused. Let's do our little straps first. Or our little. So I'm going to put 1/4 inch on here, which on this machine is 1-30. And that moves my needle over so that the edge of this foot is exactly 1/4 inch. Okay, just looking for questions real quick. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Okay. Foot down. I'll line that up there. And I've just got some polyester, just some polyester, really embroidery thread in there. And in the bobbin. I have the same in the bobbin. Let me know if that's a pretty good view. Trying to get this to work. There we go. Okay. I'm going to line that up right on the edge and we're just going to go. And I'm... Oh! Probably should have threaded my needle. What do you think? Okay. Now we should be cooking with gas. Okay, and I'm going to back stitch at the end and at the beginning a little bit just because we're going to be turning. Well, if back stitch worked. There must be a setting on here that I'm not aware of.
Did you guys have a good show? I didn't go over.
Let's see.
You know, a couple people I know got some things that were going around.
It's always fun when you jump on somebody else's machine. All their settings are different. But I should be able to backstitch, right? Let's see, what do they have here? Let's do this. Let's do this with back stitching. Reverse stitch. I'm just going to make my little pedal, my little sidecar here back stitching. Let's see if that works. Okay, maybe. Okay. That is weird that it doesn't want to backstitch. Okay. Do I need to turn that on? Let's try that.
Well, I actually did a road trip across country.
Okay. Line her up. Let's see if she backstitches now.
And I got online. I was
I don't like that either. Okay.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to go down and so that's how,
Are my feed dogs off or something?
you know, when you
Let me double check that.
so it
This is weird. I may have to ask Jeannie what's going on. Wow. This is strange. Yeah, it won't backstitch. That's just weird. Well, you guys backstitch. Make sure you backstitch. You can't backstitch on my piecing stitch either. Oh, that's weird. Mine does at home. Okay, so now we have that. We need to turn those. I need to find a safety pin. So here, I don't want to do 1/4 of an inch. So I think I'm going to line up with the silver tip right here because the needle's so far over for the 1/4 inch setting. I think that that would be pretty good. I just want a little, and I'm going to, because we're going to see this stitch, I'm going to lengthen my stitch a little bit. From 2.0, I'm going to go to 3.5. I'm going to make it a little longer just so it's a little prettier. Okay. I'm going to, hold on just a second.
Monday, he did.
I mean, my feed dogs are down, right? I mean, that's just... This is just so strange. I'm sure it's something I'm doing, right? Okay, well, we're just going to go with it. I don't know why it doesn't want to move through here, but I'm going to try and help it. Or if it automatically knots, maybe? Maybe that's what it's doing. But I'm just like right on the edge, like maybe 1/8, 1/16 of an inch. You know, when you make a strap for a purse or something like that, you just want to get this sewn together. Go ahead and sew across. Down the other side. Just so it's pretty. And that's our little handle. Try again. Yeah, I think. Okay, so then we have something that looks like that. Isn't that pretty? That'll be our handle. Do the other one. Again, I'm going to line up with this silver part on the inside of that silver part. I think this is set up to like tie a knot in the beginning, which is fine. And you don't have to backstitch, right? Across. Yeah, I think that's the problem. It's set up to tie a knot instead of backstitch, which is fine. As long as I understand, I can work with it. I need Patrick. Yeah. I don't know what setting that's under.
Okay. 4.
But as long as it's tying a knot, I'm happy. It looks like it's stitching in place. Yeah, you're right, exactly. That's exactly what's happening. Which is fine. That ties a little knot there. Okay, these are done. Now I gotta find a safety pin. I'll bring it back over here and we'll set up to do our zipper. Here we go. There we go. Now surely there's a safety pin somewhere in this tiny room. Let's see. Well, when someone walks back here, I'll ask them for that. Okay, so this is our back. We're going to set this aside. We don't need this right now. Okay, we're going to deal with our zipper, our top of our bag, okay, and our zipper. Pretty zipper. And actually, I'm going to move these zippers, these pulls all the way to one side. Now we're going to take our top and we're going to remove the batting. We don't need our batting right now. I'll give it a little iron. Okay. So when we look at this, if you have a zipper that does not have 2 pulls, then you're going to want your pull over here to the left side. Because when you open your bag, we go from left to right. Unless you're left-handed, you can put it over here, but for the most part, we want our zipper pulls all the way. So I just make it a habit. That way I can't tell you how many times I made a bag and I get it all sewed and the zipper's on this side and I'm like, darn it. Okay? So this is like you're looking at your bag straight on. Okay. This is going to be on top and we want it to be like this, right? We want handmade to be facing us. So I kind of put it together like I want it. And so because this is me looking at my bag, I'm going to put this here like this. This is how I want it to be when I'm done sewing it. So I'm going to flip it just like that. And we're going to line it up with the top of this zipper. Did everybody get that?
I'm not going to sweat that one.
These zippers are just long enough. Okay. Did everybody get that? It has a dot after. Oh, I know. Yeah.
Again, it's dealing with, I can deal with
Leaders are a good thing. You're right. It does. It helps it get started. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up
that's okay.
with the top of the zipper. And I'm going to do one end and then I'm going to do the other. Kind of smooth it out. Wow, it just gets like right there, huh? Zipper doesn't seem long enough. But this is the one that came with it. Okay. It's weird that it goes over that, huh? I'm going to put these, because I'm doing the bigger bag, I'm going to put these in the middle. See if that makes a difference. Yeah. So I put my zipper pulls in the middle, just because I don't know why it's making a difference, but it is. And I'm going to hold this up a little bit, just kind of give it a little bit of tension, not a lot. Just so I'm kind of straight to begin with on either side, and then I'll go down these middles.
Well, so you're in California, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if like sales tax and shipping are probably going to be similar.
I use a lot of clips just because, you know, zippers, they like to move around when you're sewing them.
Well, so I ship everything.
So I'll use quite a few. Okay, now we have that on there. Now we're going to take our lining.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Take our lining facing up. The pretty side is facing us, because we want pretty sides together. This pretty side and this pretty side will be together. And it's going to be a little longer, which is perfect. And
So this is this. Yeah.
I'm going to do each side again, just to kind of keep it.
So, I mean, if
And then I just unclip and clip, make sure that it's on the edge, and I clip.
which car are you in?
And I just go down the line. Here's where I got to pay attention, because that's where the pools are, and it gives a little.
Yeah. So, well, so this is the
I need a clip right there. Let's see, I'm going to line that up. Oops, is my head in the way? There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm going to put an extra clip there, just because with those pulls there, it just doesn't want to cooperate so much. Okay. There we go. Uh-oh, are they telling me I'm blurry? Sorry. Every time I move the camera, I have to double tap my phone to get rid of the blurry. And I forget. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. So I have those pretty sides together with the zip in the middle. I have the pulls in the middle. I'm going to move those as we sew. And I think we're ready to sew that up. Come back over here. This one. Double tap there. We're not blurry. Okay, so now I want my zipper foot, right? Let's put that on there, because it is handy dandy. And I'm going to go back to just your 103 stitch, which is just your basic. And I'm putting this on the left side. Okay, there's a right side and a left side. I'm putting the foot on the left side, because I want that to be snugged up against my zipper teeth. See how that's snugged right up against my zipper teeth? Okay. I like to use a stiletto when I can. Oh, and actually that's not true. I just lied to you. I want this part on the edge because that'll be 1/4 of an inch. I want the edge of this foot right here on the edge of the zipper. So I'm having the zipper foot all the way to the right to the edge of this foot. Can you guys see that? Can you see that okay? This foot, the edge of this foot right here, okay? It's going to be on the edge of the zipper tape and all the material. Okay, here we go. Yeah, they've got some sort of automatic setting on here. It's going to drive me nuts. Okay, we're going now. And if you notice, we are stitching on the outside of, or the away from the dashed black lines, and we want that because we don't want to see any of that white in the end. So that winds up being perfect. Coming up on my zipper pulls. So what I want to do, I just want to take them and move them. They should move all the way down. I have my needle down, so I'm not.
Just look it up. I love Munchie. She's a Korean cook. Have you seen her? She wears like white lipstick and she's
Okay.
And
Make sure I'm all lined up. Is anybody sewing with me? Is anybody making these? We're gonna go all the way.
Do you need help?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm good.
Somebody called, said they thought you
They thought I needed help. Oh, you know, you have a setting on here I don't understand.
What was
so it's not backstitching. What it'll do is
the locking stitch?
yeah.
Do you want it off?
That was off. But it wouldn't backstitch.
It won't backstitch when that's on. Then these become lock buttons. This has to be off to do.
It was off.
do
I
a
thought that was the
manual.
problem. So then I turned it on. Let me see. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's just you being here. I'll try and backstitch here. It's just you being here.
It's me,
Fix it.
Pixie Dust.
Okay, sit
I
down.
just spread it.
Sit down and don't leave. Okay, just by the magic of Jeannie, it's fixed. Okay, so we got that sewn. So now we're going to go back to our ironing station. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to warm up my iron. Take a sip of water. Kind of set our stitches. That is so weird. Okay. So we're just gonna give this a quick little iron.
always so cool and calm when we're so chaos.
Oh, I'm on the inside. Okay. So if we look at, this is what our bag is going to look like, okay? So now it's time for our batting. And we want a straight edge, you know, like this one's kind of choppy. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of choppy, a little bit here. You know, we don't want that edge. We want a nice straight edge. And we're going to flip up this top one, the front one, and we're going to snug it up to that stitching line we just made. We're going to snug it up, just the edge right there. We don't want to go over it because we don't want it to fold. We just want it to be right up against there. So we're still kind of flat. And then when we top stitch, all three of these layers will be all snug as a bug. Okay? How we doing? It's blurry again. Gosh, bless it. There we go. Okay, I'll do that again. So just off the machine, I ironed everything, got it nice and smooth. And then I flipped this up like that. And right along this stitch line is where I want the edge, the straight edge of my batting to snug up to.
Lori, can you look it up there? Can you look up mini quilt January through June and see how much it is? I think it's
I'm just going to snug it up there. I don't want to go over it. I don't want to fold this batting at all. I just want it to meet that line and snug up against there. Okay? And this is how our bag, this is the top of our bag. So now we're going to top stitch all along here. Back to the machine. And I will remember when I get there to tap my phone so we're not blurry.
you'll get all the classes for that.
And I just use my zipper foot
Or wherever you get your machine and it's Patrick
for this.
the list and I was like, all right, yep, it is what she
There we go. I just use my zipper foot for this. It's kind of open and I can see where the needle is. And if I put this edge right up against the zipper, then I get a straight nice little, and I don't tend to veer off, you know.
so random.
And oh, I'm gonna lengthen my stitch because I'm on top and we can see it now. So I'm putting it at a 3.0, 3.5, whichever you prefer, but I like it a little longer when I'm top stitching. And I'm just riding that edge of that foot right along the zipper teeth, and that keeps me straight. Just kind of coming up on the pools, so I'm gonna move them out of the way here. There we go.
Hey Patrick, what's your best price on it? Or just get it for right
Okay,
What about the demo?
and there's our top stitching. So now we decide whether or not we want to quilt this.
Somebody will just
Um,
have it on their app. I'm just kidding. It's like
And
I don't
you can, I'm gonna quilt just like straight lines. And
what would you do it for?
I'm going to put on the dual feed foot for that. And a screwdriver here.
Here's another. So how much is that bundle?
There we go. Just takes a second, if I got it in there right, which I don't think I did. Oh, Lord. What's happening here? Here we go. I can kind of see it. Wow, I'm making this a lot harder than it is. Is that, no, that's not it. Okay. That was easy. Tighten that up a little bit. I'm going to keep my stitch length at 3.5, and I'm just gonna I'm not gonna worry about perfect spacing or anything. I'm just gonna start at the top, and I'm kind of follow this line here, our top stitching line with the edge of the foot, and I'm gonna do that. That is not stitching right. If I look at these stitches, they are like really close together, and I should have a nice long stitch. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't plug it in. Jeannie says that every time. Forget to plug it in. There we go. There. Now it knows. Now. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. I'm just going to put two little lines down here. Like I said, I'm not real particular about how perfect my quilting is, or how symmetrical, but you can get real particular. You just have two lines there. You see? Looks much better on this end. When I plugged in the foot, what a difference. Okay, so that's done. Now we're going to do the bottom part of the top of our bag. So let's go back over here. This is the top, yeah. This is the top of our bag. This is the bottom part. Now we're going to do basically the same thing. We're going to take away this batting, and we're just going to deal with the lining. And the panel part. Let's give it a little. Give it a little ironing here. Could even use a little starch if you like. Okay. So we know this is the bottom because we've cut this off, and this was where the zipper, you can kind of still see the little, oh, we're blurry, hold on. There we go. We can still see the zipper part. So we know it's going to go like that. If you have directional, you want it, this is our bag. Remember, this is the front of our bag. So if it's directional, you're going to want to put it like this, and then you're going to flip it. This isn't directional, but I try to do things the same way every time. And then I can bring it around here and I know I'm okay. And I can line up these little dash lines. Can you see those? These little dash lines here. I'm going to try to line those up as well as I can while lining up at the top. That looks pretty good. We're going to have to put our pulls in the middle again just to get this going. Again, I'm going to want to try and line up these dashed lines as well as I can while lining up the top. Okay, so now I have one on each side. I'm going to grab the center where the pulls are, secure that. Okay. Is the construction of these bags all done the same way? Yes. Yes, if you're adding the lining and the batting and your quilting, yes, then you would do it like this for all of the bags, big or small. If you're doing it just like the directions on the panel, then it's a whole lot simpler. You're just really putting right sides together and sewing around. I mean, the zipper, you're putting in the zipper, but it's really it's a lot less if you're just doing them without the lining and the batting and the quilting. All right, we got that on there. Now we take our lining. We want our lining facing us. The pretty side is facing us. And we're going to lay this on top because we want these two pretty sides together. We take our lining and do one side here, and then we'll do this side. It's just going to go a little bit past our panel piece, and then we're just going to reclip, kind of bring it up towards the top, reclip it, do a couple over here. Clip. Looking okay. This is where it gets weird because the pulls are right there. Just want to take some extra care. Okay. Now we're all together. Done late, so the difference is you are adding the lining and batting. Yes, Yes. That's the difference from the directions on the panel. You still cut it out the same. Like I said, we cut out a 1/4 inch all the way around. Cut it apart, the zipper part, between the zipper and the top of the bag. The two tops where you're going to put the zipper, you're going to want a 1/4 of an inch on each side. And then you put the zipper in, and we put the zipper in on this part, and the lining, and the batting, and then we did just some very basic quilting. And now we're putting the bottom of the bag. We're still on the front. We're not on the back yet. We're putting the bottom of the bag, bottom of the front, on now. So now we're going to go over and we're going to put our zipper foot back on. That should be fun. I'll move you guys over and I will get rid of the blurriness. Okay, no blurriness. We went to all that trouble to put that dual feed on, and now we're going to take it off. We're going to put it on, take it off quite a bit. I like having the right foot for the right job. You could put the zipper on with the dual feed, but I like my zipper foot. I tend to get straighter lines. I tend to have a little more control, but that's just me. You don't have to change out. Wouldn't it be nice if they had a zipper foot for the dual feed? Hello, brother. Are you listening? Baby lock, brother. Zipper foot for the dual feed. Be awesome. Have every other foot, huh? Why not that one? Okay, again, we're going to line up this right edge of the zipper with the edge out here. And that way we'll have the same distance. We should, if all the planets align and everything works out, we should have the same distance between the two pieces on the zipper. It's basically one of those things where whatever you do, you just want to keep doing it. If I'm always following this outside line, I want to do it every time and just be consistent. Oop. All right, I'm going to have to move my zipper pulls here. My foot is up, my needle's down. Kind of turn it to the side a little bit. It makes it a little bit easier. As I say that, it won't work. This way? Okay, so we're going to pull it that way. Pull it towards me. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to line up again. We look pretty good. My zipper pulls are out of the way. Just want to make sure my zipper didn't fall in there a little bit. Pull my, there we go. There. I know it's all white fabrics and it's probably hard for you guys to see, but I'm just making sure that everything is lined up as best as I can. And a stiletto is very handy. Very, very handy. There we go. Just kind of making sure I'm catching everything and everything's as lined up as well as I possibly can get it lined up. Okay.
I'll see you later.
There we go. Back over to the ironing board. Okay. I'm gonna put these in the middle just because. On the small bag, you don't have to deal with those zipper pulls as much as we're dealing with them. Okay, we're gonna flip that up.
Oh, what happened? Yeah, it doesn't have that long arm. It just had those.
See, I told you I need the long arms so we can just poke it.
Okay, here we go.
Finger press it a little bit. Oof. Look at how far off we are with these lines. Look at that. I wonder. Yeah. That's not gonna work, huh? Ugh. I need my seam ripper. Ew. Gosh, I gotta make sure. I might have to pin that just so it doesn't move at all. That's gonna make it hard later. You know, you see those ladies that get the seam ripper and they just like zip right through it. I don't know how they do that. I wish I knew how they do that. It's like a magic trick to me. I have to pick. But yeah, I gotta fix that. I can't, in the long run, that's not gonna be bueno at all. Well, this is the first time I've had to rip out a seam on the live. You're all here to witness it. Lucky you guys. Almost there. I'm sorry you guys have to see this. Yeah.
Let's go get some paper.
Yeah, who took away greater than Lloyd?
I know, because we hung it up this way. Oh, look at this. Wait, let's try this. Oh, look at her cutting. Look at her cutting those cuties. Yeah, we need cuties.
Almost there. Okay. Here we go. All right, so what I'm going to do, again, I want to make sure that I'm putting this on correctly, okay? This is my bag, the way I'm looking at it. I'm going to flip this over. Okay. So let's try and get this a little bit closer. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it can't be that far off, I don't think. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna line them up, and then I'm going to, I need some pins. I saw some somewhere. you think there'd be a pin in here, huh? Well, I have one here. A pin here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pin this right here. But I'm going to need another one for the other side. I have one. Just one little straight pin. Be so awesome if I could find one little straight pin. Clips, needles, tools, stickers, USB, pins. Those are pens like you write with. Look at tools, thread. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to go ask for a straight pin. Hold on, we're blurry. I'll be right back. Oh, here. It's a little tiny. Let me show you what I did. Can I explain? Oh, what happened? Okay, let me explain what happened. Yes. These lines, let me bring you in. Bring you in close and unblur you. Let's see if it unblurs. Come on. There. Okay. These lines here and here. These dashes. You really want these lined up as much as they possibly can. And I was like way off. I was like over here. And that's not gonna cut it. The size of my bag is going to be different if I do that. And it's probably because I quilted the top piece, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna line them up here. Line up those black lines, and I'm gonna put a pin in there just so it doesn't move. Okay, just like that. And I did that on this side too. I lined them up and I put a pin in there. And then I clipped it up here, and we're going to sew that again. Does that make sense? You can see I'm a little, and I know it has to do with these pools being in my way. But, you know, everybody's going to have the same problem. So sometimes you just have to make it mind. I'm going to put my, let's see if that solves my problem, huh? Like I said, they can be a little off. It's okay if they're a little off, but you really want them to line up as much as you possibly can. Because in the end, it's going to be a little easier. Okay. I'm going to put our lining on. Let me bring it out again. Can you hold off on quilting the top? Yes, you can. Absolutely. That would probably be a really good suggestion, especially on this bigger bag, because the zipper pulls are constantly in your way, and they're causing bulk and little rifts. So yes, that's a good idea, and I would do that. I'm going to unblur right now. There we go. So we have our pin there, so hopefully that helps a little bit. The lining doesn't have to really line up, it just has to go past our panel top a little bit. Okay. But yes, hold off on quilting the top because it kind of shrank it a little bit and made it a little harder to line up. Very good advice. And I'm just making sure that these are all lined up as well as I can with the zipper. Okay, we got our pins in there. Cross our fingers. Let's go back to the machine. Cross our fingers, hold our mouth just so, unblur.
What is it? Cause I think I
The
just.
time difference is 8 hours.
Got our zipper foot on. Okay, I'm going to line that zipper foot. Oh. Line that zipper foot with the outer edge, the right side of the edge of that zipper flange thing. Hopefully our pin holds it in place while I just stab myself. Okay. Get her started.
I'm sorry, that's not funny. It just sounds so. I realize that. Yes. Yes.
So you learn what not to do here too.
You got the name sewn already. So are you just adding like a
Okay, we've got to move our zipper pulls again. Pull it this way toward me. Makes it a little easier.
okay, now does that seam part come off or is it a cover or whatever?
There's one. And there's two.
Right.
Okay.
Well, you know, cause I was doing it. We don't have any here. So we don't have it on that. But, it sounds like something that can be done very easily. Okay, you want to bring it down?
I'm going to try really hard not to have a pucker at the end of this. But you know, when you're dealing with a piece of material that is bigger on one side than the other, you want the bigger piece on the bottom on the feed dogs. And that does help with a pucker. I'm going to try keep these lined up. I'm probably just going to end up with a little pucker. Okay. Let's look at it. Did we get close? Well, that's a lot closer than we were. It's a lot closer than we were. Look at this side. Yeah, I think I can live with that one. You know, we're just a little bit off now. Okay. I think I can live with that. Okay.
blade holder. And you grab that.
Okay, we're gonna iron this and then we're gonna put our batting in between just like we did on top.
I said yes, cause that's how we get messages from you.
So then you just put your email address in what you did.
And then I'll send you a code to
Yeah, I got a little wonky over there, but we can deal with that. Okay, flip that up, get our batting, find the straight side. Tuck it up to that line. See our sewing line right there? I want to tuck it up into there. Bring it down. Smooth it out. We'll smooth it out as best we can. We don't want to flip. We just want felt the
Now what am I doing?
okay. Now we're going to top stitch. Okay. That looks pretty good. Now we're going to top stitch. I still use the zipper foot for this, just like before. Make sure it's not blurry. Okay. Oh, I'm going to go this way. Is that the way I want to go? Which way am I going here? No, I want to go this way. Yeah, this way's good. I'm going to snug that up to the zipper teeth, and that'll keep me straight. I lengthen my stitch to 3.5. Move these zipper pulls. Okay. Now this is where we decide what kind of quilting we're going to do. And I think this lends it to just going along these lines, don't you? I think that would be nice. So we'll get our dual feed out again. And I'll remember to plug it in. So hard to watch when it is so blurry. So I know. It's iPhone. Every time I move the iPhone, it it blurs. And find a good spot here. And this. I'm sorry about the blurriness. I will try and remember. Is that it? I think that's it. There we go. Tighten that up. That's good. Plug it in. Plug it in. There. Okay. So yeah, I'm not going to, I mean, you can use your laser light, but I have a line to follow here. I'm gonna start towards the middle, I think, though. I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot. We're not blurry, are we? Okay. And I'm just going to follow these lines. They're already here for me. I still have the 3.5 length stitch just because I think it's prettier. Doesn't take long. Just doing straight lines. When I start on the project, like in here, I tie a knot. Because you know, these things might be getting washed every once in a while. Go this way now. If I end up here, then I will tie a knot also. couple more.
She's unable to get her walker up the stairs, so she needs something downstairs, so she can go out. And it's down, and then it's gone. And so we thought we came up with a solution.
And just like that, we got a nice little quilting. I like to look at the back just to make sure I didn't miss any lines. You know, you can kind of see if you missed a line. Looks like I got it all.
Okay, thank you so much. And then do you want me to call you tomorrow or just wait to hear from you?
Now,
Okay,
this black line here, we're going to sew along the inside of it. Okay, just to the inside, maybe 1/8 of an inch. And that's to hold these layers together when we cut on that line. When we cut on that line, you know, we don't want to have these big big pieces lifting and all of that. So we're going to sew just to the inside of that black line. So when we cut, it holds together. And we're going to go all the way around. Make sure our zipper pulls are in the middle. This is my nemesis zipper pulls. And I'm just going to use a dual feed. And we just want to make sure we're within the 1/4 inch that we're going to sew this together on. I go over the zipper a couple of times just for some reinforcement. So as long as we're within the 1/4 inch that we're going to sew, we won't see these stitches and they won't matter. I'm just kind of following this flange here, this right flange. I'm just kind of following that along the black line, and that just keeps me right to the inside of it. And this one, I'm going to get a little curvy, but not bad. Go back again, just to reinforce that a little bit. I'm going to do the top also. Okay. Oh. Okay. Now we're going to figure out where we want to put our tag and our handle. Let's go back over here. Okay. Oh, I needed a safety pin, didn't I? If I have one in here. All right, let me go get a safety pin. Hold on. Okay, she's getting me a safety pin so I can turn these out. Thank you, Lynn. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, it's fun. Even when I struggle. Some days I'm on the struggle bus. Thank
Is that
you.
enough? Oh my God,
I-
it's so cute.
Oh, it's getting there.
I
Huh?
love it. You know what else we have that we should show them too? Is
Oh, wow.
and this really dolls it
Oh,
up.
look at that.
Yeah, this really dolls it up.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'll move it out of your way.
Yeah, look at. Oh my gosh, look. We have a pumpkin. Am I blurry? We have a pumpkin, a little house, a little girl, a little wagon, a flower. Oh, look at the cherries. That's an apple. That is so cute. What do we got up here? Oh, we have a snail. Oh my gosh. Can you guys see that? And what's this one? Another flower. How cute are these? Oh my gosh. I'm taking a couple home today. Look at that. I love that apple. I gotta get the cherries. I gotta get the cherries and put them on my bag. Which one's your favorite? How adorable, huh? Okay, so I pinned this in the seam, not where it's folded. I pinned it, and then blurry. I pinned it in the seam. And then I'm going to turn this pin in here, just in case somebody doesn't. Of course, I don't do it this way very often. And then you just kind of yank and pull and yank. And there you go. Okay, take that out. And then we're done. Okay. I kind of roll that seam. You know, if I roll it up and then back, it kind of gets it a little flatter. Iron that really good. And it's going to fold like this. Two different sides. Oh gosh, gotta make a decision. I'm gonna go and sew just like 1/8 of an inch right here real quick just to hold it together. Just very quick. Okay. So which side? So whatever side is facing you, it's going to be the opposite when you fold it out, right? I like that side. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it this way. And I want it on the side that I'm going to pull the zipper tab just so I have something to hang on to maybe. And then this side will flip out. What do you think? That's cute, huh? So cute. I know those little pulls. Okay. I'm going to go and I'm going to sew this just inside that black dotted line because that's where I'm going to end up cutting, okay? Just super quick. And then we'll figure out where to put our handle. I'm semi-straight here. And I do a little back stitch. Okay. Okay. So that's on. So that's going to be like that. Okay. Now our handle. So our handle, let me move you up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Make sure we're not blurry. So we want our handle centered like this. Center our handle. So let's find the center. Center of our bag. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I have a marker. This is an iron away heat removable marker. I'm going to put a line there. Okay. Just so I know where the center is. I'm wondering if I should cut this first. I think I will. I think I will cut this first. I'll get it all shored up. I use these scissors. These are like craft scissors. They're just like, they're Tim Holtz tonic. I think they make a sewing version, but they're serrated. They're not real great for fabric, but I don't like to use my fabric scissors for cutting zippers off. So we're going to cut right on that black line. And I'm just going to cut through the zipper. We're cutting right on the black line. Let me get this zipper. Cut right on the black line. Through my little tag. But not where I sewed it. Can you see what I'm doing? So because I'm a little off there, I gotta kind of just move it a little bit and get back on that line. Okay. So now I can use my fabric scissors, which go through this a lot easier. Okay. We're just gonna cut on that line. And remember, we stitched inside that line, so it's still holding together. And just cut along the bottom here, just the bottom of the fabric. Okay, and then along the top. Okay. Okay, now we took that mark that we made, that little mark we made in the middle, and I'm gonna use and I'm thinking I'm gonna do 1.5 inches. I think that's what I did on the other one. 1.5 inches on either side of that middle mark. So I just kind of line that up. Okay. Middle's here. There's an inch. There's a ½ inch. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Should I zoom in? How's that? Make sure it's not blurry. Okay. So I'm just lined up on that little mark we made right here. We're going to do 1.5 inches here. And 1.5 inches here. Okay, so we got 1.5 inches on either side of the center. So I'm going to take I'm going to put it down like this. Needs to be on the inside so when we flip it out, it flips up. Okay, so we just make sure it's not twisted. Don't want that. It's a short one. Shouldn't be too difficult. We want it to look like this. So when we're looking at it, we put it down like that, right? So I'm putting it to the outside of that mark that I made. Okay, same here. We just kind of, it's straight like this. And then I'm going to bring it like that. Okay. So we don't have a twist in it. And then when we flip it out, it'll go like that. So I'm going to line up the edge with that black mark I made. And clip it. Any questions? Could you trim with, yes, you can trim with a rotary cutter. But again, I don't like going through the zipper with those. I would still cut that with some craft scissors, just some regular paper scissors or something non-sewing. I know the cherries are my favorite too. Okay, so now this is ready. This is ready for the back to be put on and be sewn together and become a bag. So now we're going to work with our back material. Any questions? Well, I find, here it is. Okay, so the back, we can set this top aside for now. The back is just the back. We can choose to do some quilting on it. We don't have to. You don't have to quilt any of these, by the way. They'll be functional regardless. Did I quilt both of my bags that I bought? I thought. Yeah, I guess I did. I guess I did. But I have a lot of time on my hands, you know? Okay. So this doesn't really lend itself to any kind of quilting. So if I were to quilt this, I would probably, you know, get a ruler, make a line, maybe diagonal, you know, maybe every 2 inches or something like that, just so they're semi-straight. What do you think? Do you think we should quilt it? The quilting takes it to, it does take it to another level. I agree. I agree. Well, let's just do some fun quilting then. We have our quilting foot on. I'm not going to draw any lines, but I'll show you what I'll do. So I'm kind of straight. And if you notice, I'm not real particular. I'm just like a get her done kind of gal. So, oh, this wants to fall. I wonder what makes that stay up there. Let's do. Oh gosh, okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in a corner. And I'm just going to go across. Now, you know, something I was taught. I don't have a long ruler in here though. Oh wait, I do. Something I was taught a while back is you don't have to mark up your material. Let's see, where is my point turner here? I have one of these. If you have one of these are Clover, I think. I don't know who makes them. Yeah, Clover. This is a Clover point turner. And what you can do is you could take a ruler. See if I can do that right here. Take a ruler, kind of put it diagonal, and I take this little edge here, and I just kind of make a mark, and it leaves a mark that you can kind of see. So your first line is straight, you know. So I can kind of see that. I can kind of see, it just leaves an indentation for me to follow. And I'm just going to go across the middle. And then from there, because I don't want it to be so close, like I would use this foot, the side of the foot or something. I think I want them to be a little farther away. So I'm going to use, let's see, let's turn that one off. And let's turn this on. Let's turn the grid on. Oh boy, that's hard to see. Okay, so I can make this grid. Let's see, right now it's at 1 inch. I think I want 2. Oh, the most I can do is 30 millimeters. And I don't know what that is. I could see red better. Okay. I don't want it to be that close. I want to be over here. So how would we do that? Oh, okay. So what I would do, since I can only go this big, I'll go 2 boxes over. 2 boxes over. So here's a box. Can you guys see that? Maybe not, but I have a grid. Maybe this way. Can you see that better? There. You can kind of see. So here's where my foot is going to sew. Right? There's a green line there. And then I have a box here, and I have a box here. I'm going to put the line I just stitched, I'm going to put on this line. I'm going to put this line on the line I just stitched, so I'm this far away from it. Okay, and I'm going to keep doing that. So when I stitch that line, I'll move this line over to that line, and I'll stitch that far away from it, and so on and so forth. Does that make sense? How did I get the grid? Good question. Let's see. We're going to go over here, and I'm going to try and make this arm mine. There we go. Okay, not blurry. Quit being blurry. gonna try and get it to not be blurry. And then I'll show you. If you have a Solaris or a Luminaire, is that blurry? Come on. Okay, that's better. Okay, I just kind of zoomed in. Okay, so I'm going to turn everything off. Let's close that. So I'm here, I'm sewing, I'm doing my thing. I'm on this stitch here. And I want my grid. So I'm going to push this button here that looks like a straight pin to me. So I'm going to push that. The light comes on over here. And this little box pops up. And I have a main line, which can be green or red. It could be a dot or a line. It could be long, medium, or short. Okay, and you can adjust it. Maybe that would be better, huh? No, I like this. Okay. And then you have sub. Sub is your grid. You have a grid and you have a line. The line is just another red line. I don't know if you can see that. There's a red line and a green line. Okay? Because I have the red highlighted, my sub line. So that's nice if you want to do exactly 1/4 inch. So when you have that red line, the red line is this line. It's the line, let's see. Oh boy, that's pretty. Let's make that stop. Okay. No, it's still doing it. What am I doing here? Is it still doing it? Yes. Okay, let's turn it off and then on again. Oh, it doesn't like it. Wow. Wow. Oh, it's so rainbowy and psychedelic. Anyway, the subline is the line that's to the right. And then the green line is where you're going to sew. So you would put that 1/4 inch away and then run that red line along the edge of the fabric and you would get a perfect 1/4 inch because you'd be sewing where the green line is, which is to the left, which is in the middle. If you play with that a little bit, you'll see how it works. But I'm going to touch the grid and I'm going to have a grid on here. And it's still weird, but you can kind of see my grid. So you see, this is the green line, and these are my boxes. So I'm going to sew these 2 boxes away from each line. Okay? We're having a day, Lynn. We're having a day. Okay. Now, I don't want it to do that. I don't want it to do that the whole time. I don't know why my phone is being weird. Let me see if I can't get it to work. Is it tolerable? So I just sewed that diagonal. And I'm going to line up this red line with my diagonal line I just sewed. And I'm going to, no, I'm going to do 2, I'm going to do 2 away. So 1 box, 2 box, 1 box, 2 box, and here's the line I just sewed, and here's where I'm going to sew. And that just helps me stay kind of straight. Because I'm only looking here. I'm following this line. I don't care what's happening over here. I'm going to follow this line, this red line, all the way down on my original stitch line. Clear as mud. Okay. Let me come over here again. 1 box, 2 box. And I'm going to put that on the line I just stitched. Right here. And I'm going to go down. And I'm going to follow this red line. The needle and everything, they know what they're doing. They need to know what I'm doing over here. Okay. So then we're going to do it again. Here's the line I just did. Off the edge a little bit. I don't know if I have enough room yet. Well, no, I can do a tiny little itty bitty corner, which probably won't even see after it's all put together. Then we'll go to the other side. Okay, here's my middle line. 1 box, 2 box. I'm going to put that line on my sew line there, and I'm just going to follow that red line. That red, this one I'm following over here. Kind of took my eyes off of it. Okay. That was probably a wavy line. Okay, here we go. Okay. I do one more. Yeah, I can't get the other one. The other one's off. Okay. And I think that's all the quilting I'm going to do. What do you think? So when you measure those lines, how much space is in between them? I just went as far as the grid went. It went 30 millimeters per one of those squares, so I was actually 60 millimeters, and who knows how much that is. Do we have any Canadians in the house? 60 millimeters is what I was at. Was it millimeters? Yeah. So that's how far apart I was. But that's because in here, let me show you. And I'll show you how I came to that. Let's see. Okay. I turned on this. This little box came up, my little sub came up. See how it says each little square that I had on that grid was 30 millimeters a square. So, and I was going 2 squares apart from my stitching. So that's 60 millimeters. Now I could make that, you know, as small or, let's see, I think it tells me like when, that like, okay, so 25.4 is 1 inch. So, I don't know, what's 30? It doesn't say it in inches. But that's how I got that. And that is what an inch is, right? I don't know. Why are we not all on the metric or vice versa? Who knows? It gives us something to Google. But yeah, you can Google it. 30 millimeters, whatever that is. But times that by 2 because I used 2 of those squares. 2 of my grid squares. 60 millimeters. Okay? Then you can kind of see my squares. So I used like This square is 1 inch and this square is 1 inch right now. But when I move it to 30, they get bigger. And 30 is as high as it goes.
Squeak, squeak,
So that's why I stopped there. But each one of these squares is 30 millimeters. That's how that works. I bet you there's a setting in here where you can make it inches. I don't know. I don't know if you can or not. Try to get this to not blur. It doesn't like the screen. Okay, so we're done with the quilting. So we'll go over to the cutting. To my wonderful little messy area here. And I'm just going to cut it with scissors because it's a bit easier. I'm cutting right on that dotted line. Oh, you know what? We didn't do those. We didn't see how this is going to lift up now. We didn't sew all the way around, did we? Ooh, I got sidetracked. Let me do that. Let me do it real quick. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to just inside the black dashes like we did on the other one. Google said, oh, 1 1/4. Perfect. And that's so then 60. So that's what that was the distance between my stitching on here. I guess I could have measured it. I'm just going around like we did on the cover, just inside the black lines within the 1/4 inch, so that when we cut it, it doesn't, fall apart and get in our way, and it just makes life a little easier when we're working with it. It's just a straight stitch. It takes a minute or so and we're done. There's that. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled program. We're going to cut on these black lines, the black little dashes. If you can get it to cooperate. Okay. Now, I would finish this on my serger just because it's fast and it's secure and it's a really nice finish. But you don't need a serger, and we're not going to use one today. What we're going to do is just do a nice zigzag around it. How many of you have sergers? Again, I'm just cutting on these black lines. These are perfect for sergers because they just make it so easy. So our back is done. I'm going to bring in our top. And if the planet's aligned, let's see. We don't want it this way, of course, so we're going this way. You don't have a serger? Well, you don't need one, and we're not going to use one today. But they are handy. I will tell you that. I never thought I would use a serger. I'm like, I don't make clothes. What do I need a serger for? I don't do that.
Does this lady,
I use it all the time, believe it or not. It's like always out and ready to go.
yeah, maybe because they've been in so long.
Well worth the money. How's it going? Good. Hi, Michelle. Say hi.
Hello, ladies and gents. Hello, everyone.
We're almost done with our bag.
Wow, those are big ones. Those are the new ones, huh?
Yeah. No.
No, these are not.
This is original.
Wow,
I know.
those are big ones. I haven't.
They are
I'm so
big.
bad. I have them. I haven't done any of mine yet.
Ah,
I know.
they're so fast and simple, aren't they, ladies? We just zipped right through this. She's calling me a liar. Yeah, my nose is probably growing. So I'm just clipping around here. Also, a serger take care, it would cut off any of these little imperfections you have going on. It would cut off the bottom, which, you know, because we have the handle in here and we're a little bulky. Oh, let's open up our zippers, huh? Here, let me talk about that, right? So we're gonna open up our zipper about 3/4 of the way. That's where we're gonna turn it. So make sure your zipper's open before you do any of this pinning or clipping. Okay, and our handle's in there, which makes it a little bulky. I like to do the corners. And then,
So all of the Kimberbell things don't fit in this size. I guess not, huh?
the what?
The
They'll fit in here.
oh, they fit in that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
they fit in this one. They fit in the big one.
Oh, because I thought the third one coming out is supposed to be bigger so that you can fit all of your.
Well, that's from Kimberbell themselves.
Oh,
These
okay.
are the zippy bags from Lori Holt.
Lori Holt. Okay.
Yeah,
I only get
Yeah.
half the information.
but that one looks like a suitcase.
Oh, are you talking about
The Kimberbell one.
it's a tool
It's-
bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I
It's
thought
kind
it
of a
looked pretty
hard
cool.
case, and
Looked pretty cool to me.
yeah, it's pretty cool. But sometimes you just want a little bag to toss around. And that's where these come in. And I thought, well, put a handle on it. Worked just as good, huh, ladies? And gents. What got in here? Oop. Okay. So I'm gonna, now that I have this pinned, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this bottom off because I'm not using the serger. The serger would cut that off for me. But I have it kind of lined up, so I feel like I'm okay to do this. Okay, that's gone. I think that's big enough for a liter. Throw that away. All right, now all we have to do is zigzag around our bag, and we're done. Okay, back to the machine. I'm going to leave the walking foot on there just because, you know, I still have some bulk. Make sure it's not blurry. This arm right here doesn't seem to be, does that need to be tightened? But you know, I don't have the hand strength I used to have. Oh, what does that do? Oh boy. don't know what that does, but we're not gonna mess with it. So I'm gonna loosen this, get you a pretty good view, and then hope it doesn't fall. No blurry. Let's turn that light off, yeah? How's that look? Look okay? All right. Let's start right here. Let's find a zigzag. Oops, let's find a zigzag. As soon as I get y'all situated, I move the camera.
Cactus down, my big.
So I'm thinking this one. What's that one? Looks okay to me, huh?
Where's a broom?
There's so many. And if you wonder, just do a test strip. But I think that'll work. Okay, let's get you back over here. Ag. Sorry about this. I just don't know which one makes it stay. There's so many knobs and twists on this thing. Okay. If you're like me, you don't do a zigzag very often, so I'm assuming that we keep the edge in the middle here and it'll go back and forth, yeah? Let's see. Let's just start and see what happens. Yeah. So we keep the edge of the fabric right in the middle, and it'll go back and forth, back and forth. Cool. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty secure. Oops, sorry. Going over the zipper, I like to go a little slower. You know, there's nothing wrong with going back either. Just a couple of times over that zipper. Just so you know, it's going to get tugged on a lot. Okay. Going over those handles, that's a lot. Want to slow down a little bit. Do not want to break a needle. Okay. What's to pull? There we go. Well, that's a little better. Okay. tag, going over the zipper. Let's go over the zipper a couple of times. More stitches. Back. Oh my gosh. Make sure I caught everything, you know. Make sure I don't have any gaping holes. All right, I think that's done. Let's check it out. Oh, look like this. Oh, I think I'm there. I think I was zoomed in there. Okay. Make sure I'm not blurry. Okay. Okay, we left our zipper open so that we can turn it. Put my finger in here, these down, flip it through. Okay, get a pretty good corner. Okay. Kind of push them out with my fingers a little bit. As much as I can. Oh my gosh, it's a bag with a handle. Look at that. Our little tag, cattywampus. Cut some threads. Look at that. So there's the front. Oh, see, we did miss some. Look at that. Well, let's catch it. Another reason why I like the serger. Takes a bigger bite. So yeah, I got a little gap right here, see? Gotta go catch it. Let me catch it real quick. I'll come right back.
Where are they looking?
Huh? Oh, you
Never
mean
mind.
back here? Go
No,
ahead.
That's all right. I go somewhere else.
What do you need? What do you need?
No, I got it. I'm going to go find one somewhere else.
Okay, I caught that. I think our gaping hole is fixed. And we'll do this one more time. That's what I like about sewing is that, you know, everything's fixable. You're right. That's exactly where that black line did not match up. Yep, and I had to go in a little bit deeper on that one. But If you look at it right now, you can't even tell. Nobody's the wiser. Don't tell anybody. What do you think? I think this would be great for like taking some books or magazines or something to the lake to go sit in front of the water. Oh my gosh, I want to go there so bad. Go to Lake Tahoe, Donner Lake, another great lake. Pooch out our corners a little bit.
Do you need more water or anything? Are you
No, I'm perfect, thank you. They're so nice to me here. They're so sweet.
You're doing all that talking.
They're always checking on me. It's so nice. A knitting project bag. Yes, absolutely a knitting project. If I knew how to knit, I would need a bag for that, but I don't know how. My sister knits. What do you think? What time is it? 1 o'clock. Want to make a little one? Oh, thank you, Lynn. God, you're so sweet. You know, Lynn, you should be teaching. I see what you make. Everything is so perfect and beautiful. Visit your sister. Yes, I am. Actually, I am. I got to see all three of them. I have 3 sisters. That was fun growing up. But I had 3 older sisters. They're all older. I always like to point that out. But yes, I got to see them all just a few weeks ago. We all went camping. It was so much fun. You want to make the little one? Everybody have time to hang out? Got it all kind of ready to go. Now that we know what we're doing, ha ha, wink wink. This is the little one I chose. It's so on and so forth. Isn't that cute? It should be on a t-shirt. So on and so forth. I think that's cute. Yeah, let's do it. Where's the zipper? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna do the white zipper. This has got to be easier since the zipper is so much bigger. So again, we just need this for right now. This and the zipper. Let's straighten that out a little bit. Okay. I think. Oh, goes like this. I can kind of see where I cut it. You can see that there's no black line where I cut where the zipper is. There's a black line on top here, but there's no black line here. That way you know you have it right. We're going to put it like this because it's going to be on the top, right? Put it down like that. We should be able to whiz through this one, yeah? Famous last words, right? Or should I say, zip through this one? Oh yeah, look how much easier it is without the pulls in the way. I'm just kind of sticking it to the top of the zipper here. don't need our batting. We're gonna use our lining.
Go back here.
Make sure that's nice. Good. Pretty
Is your
side
phone
up.
good? Is the charger can your phone?
Oh, I didn't even check. I don't know. I
Do,
would.
do you,
I
can
don't
you see
have
it
a
on
check.
there? It doesn't show like a thing that says what percent you have.
No, I would have to.
Should we plug it in? Do you think you're okay?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, see, these
Pretty
are
side up.
smaller.
Pretty side up for our
How
lining.
can you use it with
This is
smaller
pretty
pieces?
side down. We're gonna put pretty sides together.
Oh, it's a smaller sticker that you can put for the center. Okay, good. Because as you add those flowers.
And we're going to send out, line it up.
Need anything? Do you
No,
need
I'm
more
good.
water?
No, I'm perfect. Thank you. Okay. So there we go. We're ready to sew. Bring you over here. Change our zipper foot. Change to our zipper foot. I wonder, let's see. Let me do this. Wonder if I could put it like that. No blur. There we go. Just wants to hang sideways. Okay. You could use clear blue tiles. Absolutely, you could. And put something really cute on there. Oh. Okay. All right. Gonna take it off the zigzag, put it on a straight stitch, and we're off and running. Put it on the edge of the tape here. Okay. Back over here. Kind of finger press this back. Okay. Well, our bag goes like this, right? Zipper pulls on the right side. If you only had one, zipper pull. Because there's two, you don't have to worry about this, but because if you only have one, you make sure the zipper pull's on the right side before you sew that. Just reiterate. Now we're going to put our batting here, a straight edge, snug it up to that stitch line, bring it over. There. We won't quilt this one. Well, I might quilt. I might have to quilt that. The bottom half. It's too cute. Okay, wants to fall. I don't know what keeps that from falling. Is it this? It could be tighter. Nope. Is it this? Nope. This thing is like so. There are so many knobs and twists on here. No, it just wants to fall. Let's see. Is it this one? And once I figure it out. No. We're gonna have to deal with it like that. Wow. It's gotta be this. Okay. Okay. We are going to lengthen our stitch, 3.5. Put this up to our zipper teeth. And off we go. That should keep us straight. So much easier when these are out of your way. Okay, there's our top. Let's get our bottom going. There's our bottom. Now this is directional, so we got to think about that, right? Get our lining. Don't need the batting right now. Let's go ahead and give it a quick little press. Okay, so when I have directional and I don't want it ended up being like this, I always put the bag the way it's going to be. The way I'm looking at it. With those lines, right? This is how it needs to be when I flip it over. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to do that. And now I know it's okay and I can move it wherever I want. Now let's make sure that these lines are lined up. So let's see. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Let's see this side. Ooh, see this side? See what I'm doing here? I'm trying to line up these dotted lines. It looks pretty good. And we take our lining, pretty side up. These right sides together. Okay. Try not to lose our alignment when we do this. Yeah. We'll see how close we got. Oof. I hope I don't have to get Jack the Ripper out again. All right, let's move you over here. No blurry. Oop, I'm going the wrong way, huh? Let's see.
See, that's why.
Okay. Oh, that's what I want. Oh, right to the edge, that's right. Lining up the edge. Now on this one you can kind of see where the red and white meet on here. You just want to make sure that you're inside that red because you know that white will really show up. And if I keep it at a 1/4 inch, it should be just fine. Okay, so I'm gonna get where'd my stiletto go? Well, I'll use my finger. I'm going to make sure this doesn't move, so I'm really going to smash my finger down there. Okay. Moment of truth. Does this black line up better on this palette? It does because my zipper pulls are not in the way. But before I say anything, well, we did pretty good. I mean, we're not too far off. I think we did okay there. We're a little off, but I don't think if it's 1/8 of an inch or less, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, let's go iron. Put our batting in. That is probably the hardest part of this bag is getting those ends to line up. But it's not anything we can't fix. And it certainly was I was way off before.
Yeah, no, we could trade in whatever you want us to.
Did you get pumpkins and potions? Yes. Okay, wait, and I'll give it to you.
So, if you haven't already, like, and you think you wanna do it, get on the list. Okay, perfect. Cause it's like, we just saw it yesterday for the first time, and it was like, I haven't even told.
Put our batting in.
So, I mean, we literally signed an NDA, like, I'm gonna tell you.
Food is so cheap, but he says
Oops. Blurry. Pull this down. Make sure we're not folded there. Feels good. Okay, I'm gonna top stitch.
Anyways, thank you so much for, I know I texted you.
Okay, got rid of the blur.
I just texted me and, okay. I was like, I hope she doesn't think I'm being pushy, like, do this next time. Okay. I just do, while I'm working, I'm just like, gotta get it done. Okay. Okay.
It's stuff at like 2 in the morning from some of my crazy
Okay,
shops.
perfect. I just don't want to be
Still on a 3.5. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to quilt, but this just really lends itself to stitch around this line right here. I can't, and I'm just going to use my zipper foot. Still at a 3.5. And I'm just going to do a quick. Okay. It's not perfect. It's not even close to being perfect, but it's cute. Okay. Oh, let's go around the edge. Let's go back to a 2.5 stitch. We're going to stitch just inside this black line all the way around. Let's move our zipper pulls in the middle. Zipper pulls in the middle. And I should change the foot. I should do that. There we go. Wow, that went right on. Very nice. Plug it in. We made that mistake. Okay, so I'm going to keep this middle flange right on the black line, and that'll keep me just inside. One more. What are you doing? I'm blurry again. I think they're going to get a phone that they're just exclusively going to use in here, because this is just my phone. And then that'll solve the problem. I think they'll get an Android. Right over the zipper. Okay. The top is done. That's just that fast. Oh, and zoom down. Oh, zoom in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. There we go. We're back. And we're back. There we go. Don't want to be blurry. Okay. So now we just cut around. Again, I'm using these craft scissors to get through the zippers. Let's go through the side.
Oh, hang on. Let me move this out of the way. I'm gonna put these up here. Just like a little space. Patrick, this is
Okay.
this Jen. And Jen already knows.
Right on the dotted line. Just like the big one.
I'll fix it in the system. You fix it in the system now too. Yes.
Just like the big one. And you know, I was thinking, you don't even need this panel to make these. These are pretty simple measurements. You could use any fabric whatsoever. Just cut them to these specifications. And Bob's your uncle. You got a bag. These little bags would be a good stash buster. Don't take much material at all. Okay, the back. We are not going to quilt, but we're going to sew around. Okay, let's go do that.
How are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you tired?
Okay. Inside, just inside the black line, because that's where we're cutting. I'm putting the edge of this right flange right on the black line. So it just puts me over a little tiny bit.
So what would be this
I think we're blurry. This is a nice size bag. It's not so cumbersome. You don't have to be, precise, just within 1/4 of an inch, because that's the seam allowance that we're going to be working with. More. Oh, that's it. I did that side already. Okay. So now that's ready for cutting. Unblur. There we go. right on that black line. Black dashes. We don't have black dashes down here, so we're just going to cut to the edge of the fabric. Okay, right on the black line. Okay. Now you can see the difference when you don't, you know, it's just got a little bagginess to it, but it'll stay together. Okay. Right side. Now this is when you want to put in your tag. There that was. There's our tag. Again, we're going to put it in the seam here, not on the folded edge, right through the corner. Stick the pin in there. Well, there you go. Okay, bring it out the other side. Okay, and then pull and prod. There we go. Take the pin out and iron. Kind of roll the seam a little bit. Iron. Okay. Now I'm going to sew about 1/8 of an inch real quick right there. Just to hold it together. Okay. And where do we want to put it? We want to put it, now I think I want the red machine to show, right? So if I want like this, oh, but then it would be upside down. Oh wait, yeah. Well, you'll see it on the other side. Put it on this side, and that way it would go like that. Yeah, we could do that. Okay. Actually, I'm going to attach this just so I don't have to worry about it moving. I'm going to attach that real quick, just with a little quick stitch within that seam allowance. Okay, now we're going to do the back. Right sides together. Looks pretty good. Do the corners first. How we doing? Put it on. Yeah, I did. Thanks, Lynn. You know, I always think they have to be on the other side because, like, I think that their purpose is to hold on to it like this so you can unzip. But I'm fine with it on the other side. And I get the red one. Okay. I'm going to cut this bottom off. Not these. Could use a rotary cutter. I guess I'm just going a little old school. This is when you would put your handle in, you know, you would, where's my little handle I made? If we wanted to put a handle on the little bag. Boy, it gets to be a mess really quick. Anybody else like that? Oh, I have one here. Well, this is when you would put your handle in. I'm not sure where that walked off to. So the one thing I didn't do on the other one that I maybe should have, I'm not sure it would make that big of a difference, but if we did a 1/4 inch around first and then the zigzag, I think it would be a little more secure. Because when you look at this one, see when you look at it, well, no, I guess that looks okay. But I'm wondering if that's why I didn't catch that one spot. But the serger would be a 1/4 inch, which is probably why I didn't think to do a 1/4 inch first. So maybe we'll do that on this one, see if it makes a difference. Bring me over here. Get rid of the blur. So yeah, I'm going to do a 1/4 inch, which is right there. And right here on that, oops, here on that foot. And I'll do that first. Did a little back stitch. This first red line here is 1/4 inch from the needle. One more. Excuse me. do the zigzag just to get rid of this raw edge here. Then we'll go with the same one, which was 1-09. Again, I'm gonna line it up with that first mark, and it should go. Should go right on the edge there. Is my zipper open? No, it's not, but look, I can do it. Ah, I can kind of do it. Oh my God, I can kind of save it. There, I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! I opened the zipper without... Crisis averted. I need to look at the chat a little more often, don't I? Thank you, Lynn. If I'd have seen it in time, but I was still able to do it. But probably only because these zippers are very high quality and they move easily. If I had a cheapo zipper on there, I might have been picking again. Okay. Woohoo! See, I got it open. I can't believe I was that lucky. Crisis averted. Come back over here. Yeah, I did. I did. But like I said, these zippers move really, you know, I was able to move it with just putting my fingers under here, and I was able to move it enough to where I could get my finger in there and open it up. Whew! That was close. Well, I think I made every mistake today. You know, I did it on purpose so I could show y'all. Well, here we are. Is that? No. Okay. So I'm going to open the zipper all the way. This is the wonderful land of live stream. You get to see it all. There's no editing. It is cute. I think I bought that here. I think she has this, these little pins. Aren't they cute? I bought, you know, when I find something that cute, I just buy a bunch of it. I'm like, oh, that would go with everything. Kind of sticking my fingers in those corners. But I think our bag is done. What did that take us? Like 45 minutes? Hey, you need a quick gift. This is your bag. This is your bag. Fill it up with some notions for your sewing friend. She'll love it. Oh, you got to put a little pull on there. What should we pull on this one? Is there a sewing machine? Let's see. I don't remember. I'm going to take one though. I'm going to buy one today. I'm going to put the apple on here because it's red. I'm going to buy one. This is secretly why I do these sew-alongs, so that I can shop. I'm like, oh, I have to go to the quilt store and do a live. Darn it. Look at that. I'm in love. So on and so forth. Got my little red sewing machine. Matches my little blue one. What do you guys think? Was this fun or what? It is all part of sewing. You know, you really learn patience and perseverance and every new cuss word that comes along. But I love it. I love it. What do you guys think? So here are the two that we made. Let's get our mess out of the way. Oh, I'm in love. One with a handle, one without. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's so much fun. It's so much fun talking to you all. I love them too. Are you going to make some, Cindy? I hope you make some. I hope you guys make some. And if you do, I want to see them on Facebook. I'll be looking. Isn't that cute? Oh, I've kind of learned that wherever I end the live is where the thumbnail ends up on YouTube. So, gotta make it look pretty. Oh boy, I hope you guys. Of course, it's been on. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And oh, good. Oh, good, good. Yes, get the panels. I can't wait for the new one to come out. There's a brand new one. I don't even know what they look like, but of course they're Lori Holt, so they're going to be adorable. And I think they're coming out like next month. Or maybe September. No, maybe August. I don't know. Soon. Soon. They're coming out soon, and I can't wait. They're so fun to make. And, you know, anything Lori Holt does, I'm in. It's just like Kimberbell. I'm in. Count me in. Take my money. You know? So, let's unblur that. There we go. So I'm so glad you guys joined me today, and I'm not sure when my next sew-along is, but I'll be bugging her when she comes back from Korea to do another one with you guys. And you all take care. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye now. Oh, am I doing Lori Holt's new quilt? Yes. I'm just going to say yes. Like I said, if Lori Holt's name is in it, if Kimberbell's in it, I can't pass it up. I get FOMO because you guys do it, and I'm sitting at home watching going, not fair. I want to do it too. So yes, I'm going to be doing Lori Holt's new quilt. It's got to be adorable. All right, you guys take care, and I'll see you for the next one. Have a wonderful day. Stay cool.